Oh, you want words of wisdom? Don't put off until tomorrow what can be done today.
Okay, yeah. All right, call me out specifically. Cool. Actually, everyone sounds good. The audio looks nice. Perfect. I know we already did a little recap. I'm gonna start the recording now, and everything is not broken yet. It's awesome. We're good. So if you were here for Kat's little recap, you got a little bonus. But roll me d20s.
Okay.
To
I
for
thought
recap.
Alias had to do it. Isn't that what we did?
That's what we did. That's true. Sure. As a note, hi, welcome back to Descent into Avernus. We keep switching out which cast members are here and which ones aren't, but the show will definitely go on. But it turns out our good friend Merchant has decided to run away from the consequences of his actions.
Yes.
So we will all have to deal with that otherwise. But no, just go ahead and roll for it. It's more fun for me this way. Get to call
What
you.
if I get it? I wasn't here the last two shows.
Yeah, it's more fun for me.
I find this incredibly unfair.
That's a 2.
All right, well, as long as I don't roll a 1 or a 2, then. The hell
There we go. Okay. 17. Oh yeah. Francis, a recap in the style of Francis, please.
Okay. Well, where did can you just remind me, Joel, where did last week's episode begin? Where
did it begin? You were in the vault.
Yeah,
so you were still like mid conversation with the guy that everyone thinks is evil but couldn't prove is evil.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. So last time you were with us, we were in the vault beneath the
Vanthampur Villa.
Vanthampur Villa, that's the one. Yes, we were in the crypts and dungeons below there, and we were talking to Thaddeus Krieg. Now, I obviously knew that he was a bad bastard based on the shadow, but we did have quite a bit of trouble proving that. Idrea, after some convincing, had a stroke of genius and asked him to cast a simple healing spell, and he proved reluctant and unable to do so, and so she basically allowed us to kill him, and we did. And I don't think anything demony happened when he died immediately. Am I? I don't know.
The shadow remained on the wall, but I don't think anyone took note of it.
Okay. So then Thaddeus had also mentioned that there was other prisoners in the crypt still, so we went searching around for those. We essentially just pressed the auto explore button and searched every room until we found them. There was still some cultists left down that we had to deal with, as well as a few devils with these rather hideous pointed beards that we had to take care of. Before we encountered 2 people in the cells there. I'm completely drawing a blank on their names.
Yeah, they're totally unimportant and otherwise, but Fallister Fisk was a very fun little character, and then an older woman as well. What was her name? Satir Theone Hune.
I wonder you forgot them.
Yeah.
So Miss Hune was another, I guess, I can't remember the term. It was High Lord.
Lady Hune. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I didn't like her at all.
Yeah.
Was another of the high political figures in Baldur's Gate who seemed to be a rival with the Vanthampurs, and they had imprisoned her. Fallister Fisk, on the other hand, was a scholar from Candlekeep who was conducting his own investigations into the cult-worshipping, devil-dealing Vanthampurs, and had obviously got himself captured. So we released the 2 of them, and then gathered the loot from the vault, where Thaddeus's body had turned into a pile of strange black ichor. After that, we... Oh, thank you. After that, we made our exit through the stables, and I thought we could just walk out Baldur's Brass. No one would challenge us. I was a bit fed up. We'd been in the dungeon or crypt or whatever for a good few hours now, but unfortunately the guards did stop us and began to attack us. Cyrus did call for the remaining Vanthamper brother to come out, but in the meantime, Hugo also decided to plant some of the magic beans he acquired from before, and they sprouted and grew several mushrooms of human size, which continuously screamed and did nothing else. Fire that glowed with a blue flame, and basket of golden eggs. The brother came out and kind of calmed things down. We killed the screaming mushrooms, extinguished the blue fire, and absconded with the golden eggs. Following that, we led Lady Hume back to her villa, and then we returned to Hugo's, where, well, Klim and V decided to cook some of the eggs, and I just heard a large bang, or two large bangs from the kitchen.
One very wet, and one very metallic. That was a wonderful recap. Thank you very much, Francis, Craig. That was fantastic. Yeah. So where we would find our immediate beginning in this particular episode is at the Fitzwilliam household in the aftermath of the egg incident. The dining room covered in the viscera that is the exploded Klim, as well as the shrapnel embedded in the walls, the belongings, the tables shattered through windows of V's body parts. Let's start with, since Francis just did the recap, Rowan, where would you have gone once you arrived at the Fitzwilliam household after a very long day of sewer delving?
My first instinct is I'm gonna go shower and I don't know what the equivalent of a shower is, but just
Shower's
get
fine.
the muck off me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So sure, we've decided the Fitzwilliam household has running water, which is a rare thing, but a nice thing here. And yeah, you went to go take a shower.
Or a bath,
you hear an explosion from downstairs.
So whatever I'm in, let's say I'm in a tub. I'm jumping out of the tub, I'm grabbing a towel, I'm finding my sword, and I'm running downstairs. So I'm in a towel with a sword. Basically.
In a towel with a sword. Okay.
Yeah.
So you arrive on the scene in that way. Cyrus, you were also in your room, I think you said last time.
That is correct. I went in my room to put the golden egg somewhere safe because I planned on giving it to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a loud noise. I'm like, oh crap.
Yes.
Luckily, I'm not naked, so I just run downstairs.
Sans
like,
towel.
what's happening?
But yeah, run downstairs. Yes, and then I believe Francis, Hugo, and Fallister Fisk were all having a brandy in the sitting room.
That's what I suggested, just for the pure comedic aspect.
I think it's great, Francis. So as you're having a brandy with your new friend Fallister Fisk and Hugo, there's an explosion in the room over. Do you go check it out?
I would think so. No, it's fine, I suppose. What the devil? Are we under attack?
Right. So everyone arrives and kind of like shoulder to shoulder is peeking into the dining room here of the Fitzwilliam household, and you just observe the body of V blown open from the inside out, slouched back in the chair, and similarly the same thing with Klim.
What the bloody hell happened here?
Blood everywhere.
Oh
My God. Are they dead?
I don't know. Klim doesn't look so great. I'm gonna run over to V and just try and see if there's any sign of life.
Isn't Hugo like covered in viscera?
Hugo? No. Hugo was not in the room.
Craig will also be playing Hugo today.
Yes, Craig. Craig is also Hugo.
Nice.
V, I need a death saving throw.
Oh, okay.
You are dying.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
One success.
One success.
Rowan runs over to you. Okay. Francis, Cyrus, what are you doing?
I guess just flapping about in a bit of a panic. I don't know.
Yeah, I would just
Don't
be
just
asking
stand there.
Hugo
Go get
what's
something.
going
I don't
on.
know. Get a healer. Get someone.
Could they be healed? They're blown apart.
What? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep
It's
pending.
like trying to put parts of V back together.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like see if there's any sign of anything.
Roll me a medicine check.
Oh no, I'm not good at those. Let's find out.
Oh, you're the only one doing anything now. Yeah. V is a complex, just array of mechanical pieces and parts.
Okay.
You look at this and go,
I can't do anything here. I can't do anything here. Cyrus, go to the temple. Go get. What's his name? The guy
temple?
that helps us all the time. Go get him right now.
What? Who are you talking about?
He's been here like 3 times by now. I don't remember his name.
I don't know if I've ever spoken to this person. Which temple? There's a lot of temples in the temple district. That's why it's called a temple district.
It was the closest one, wasn't it? The
House of Wonder? No,
yeah,
no.
House of Wonders.
What does it look like on the outside?
The House of Wonders, the one with the big U shape and it's all shiny and shit. You know which one I'm talking about. Go.
I will attempt to follow that description of the thing with a shiny
Joe,
big
what's his
U.
name? I keep forgetting.
he's a scribe of some sort.
I'm out the door already.
Okay, he's gone. Good luck.
Good luck, everybody else.
I got 40 feet movement speed, so that's cool.
Go fetch.
I be fast. All right, yeah, I run it outside.
For the viewers, it is Sadama.
Yeah,
Sadama, thank
Sadama.
you. Not with an L.
No. It's fine. I like that they don't know because it's like they just
it's
haven't
better.
paid
That's
attention
for the viewers.
to anything.
Good luck.
Francis, what are you doing?
Well, I guess once I've calmed down a little bit, I would check out Klim and just look for any sign of life. Even though I can't imagine with a chest blown open, there's
Roll me a medicine check.
medicine. There we go. 9.
That man is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Klim, but you're gone. I'm afraid.
What happened though? What caused this?
I mean, they
Were
were.
we attacked?
I could only assume, based on the evidence of their stomachs exploding, it might have been those strange eggs.
Well, get rid of it then. Go burn it or something. I don't know.
I don't know if we should burn the thing that just exploded.
Well, get it
It
out
might
of the
be
house,
flammable.
please.
I guess I'll like gingerly pick up the plates and.
Yeah, there's still like mostly omelet on those plates, right? It really took one bite for them to have this happen.
V,
Roll me a
come
death
on,
saving
something,
throw.
please.
Another pass.
Okay, another success.
Don't know what to do. I mean, I took some notes about spoons and forks and things, but at this point, there's just cutlery everywhere. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna look for anything obviously important that might need to go back in, just like puzzles, you know? So like this looks like it fits there. Is there anything that could help me? Okay, let's try. Yeah, let's try that maybe. Am I smarter than I am medically?
Is that a 5th grader?
Let's find out. Then a 5th grader? I don't know, maybe. Mm-hmm. Can I like plug any holes or yeah. Okay, so this thing that went over there, and then there was a bridge between this one and that one, but that looks like it's lodged in the wall. That here. Yes, you look vaguely familiar. Maybe. Anything? No? Okay, I'm just gonna keep tinkering.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
See, it's interesting that you say that. How large are the doors? Are there windows nearby?
Why not just knock?
How high are the windows? Cool. Are they made of glass? Yeah, closest one to me is getting key fueled kicked as I essentially leap through the window.
What?
I essentially just yell like, apparently someone here has been to my friend's house. Her name is V. She needs help. They didn't tell me who I was looking for. Did I meet him?
Many times.
You would at least Cyrus would at least recognize him if he saw him. Even if he.
Man, I don't remember meeting him because I don't know. Oh, bro, I'm booming. If only I had thaumaturgy so I could make my voice literally booming. Friend who is metallic need help from person who apparently is here. Urgency. Doors were locked.
There goes the secret. It's gone now.
Yep. Oh, darn. So I'll roll a second time. I got 6 curses. I am going to pull out one of my azurite gems. You know, yeah, I'm not going to pull out an azurite gem. I'm going to pull out one of my platinum pieces.
Okay.
I'm going to say, this is a donation. I need your help. Like now.
The man looks at us. I mean, this is pretty good. Fine. So, do you know who you're trying to find here? Most of the clerics are down for the evening or in their workshops.
I don't know. Maybe it's the high priest. I have no idea. Apparently, I've met this person. He's been to the Fitzwilliam residence a couple of times.
I think at this point, because like there's some yelling and some commotion, some people have been like looking out and have either come downstairs or are looking down out into the main floor here. Yeah, okay. Man. More and more people start to like filter down. We flick back over to the Fitzwilliam residence, and V, I need you to make me a death saving throw, this time with advantage due to the assistance of Rowan. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Rowan finds the puzzle piece.
Yes. Turns out it was this itty bitty little circuit thing. I just had to go back in, and then everything's fine.
Yeah, and it flares to life. V, you have 1 hit point.
1-8. So I'm awake now.
You are conscious, but keep in mind the basically lower half of you has been exploded.
Oy vey.
Okay, I'm gonna.
As if she could forget.
What?
Don't move. It's a mess. Relax. Please don't look.
She looks dead.
Clem!
And immediately looks across the table at Clem.
Don't look. It's okay. I hope he didn't feel anything.
What
Just be calm. It's all right. It's gonna be fine.
Like you
Don't
can
move.
see like little steam kind of like releasing because she's kind of like probably the most stressed she's been. So that, like you could see it, and she's like there's just little pieces of steam going out, and like her kind of stomach starts like moving slightly, like she wants to move, but there's like random extra things of steam. There's maybe some drippings from like her circuitry.
No,
I feel
you're okay. You'll be
awful.
okay. We've gone
he-
to go and get the priest guy that keeps helping. I've forgotten his name though, so hopefully sorry, it won't be long. I knew it was Sadama.
He's dead, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He's dead. Francis, where should we put her?
Well, perhaps we should both
Maybe we
go to the sitting room or something.
Maybe
so
we
we're-
shouldn't move her though. I don't know. It was a bit of a botched job that I did, but hopefully she sticks together a little bit. Can you look after her? I remember the name now. You're awake, thankfully. I'm gonna go get Sadama and make sure that Cyrus isn't bringing the entire church here. I'll be back.
As you're like leaving, like these like Francis, my toolkit, I need it.
Well, where is it?
It's in my bag. It's right in the foyer.
I'll get it quick. I'll run and grab it on my way out.
Okay. You can see as you're leaving, V's gonna like start taking her tinkering tools and like kind of fixing her like there's a gaping hole, and she's trying to like stop the circuitry from
Should I
sparking.
would a mirror help V, or can I assist?
A mirror would be great, and if you could get all of the spoons in the
Right.
yes.
Get all of the spoons.
I'll just bring the whole
Sadama.
cutlery
Yeah,
drawer.
just bring
I'll
it the
put
drawer. Oh my god! Yeah,
Just,
placing
like,
it on the
blueprints
blood-strewn
open.
table. Oh god.
Oh
Some
crap!
of the,
I'm in
like-
my towel still.
You are. Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right, so we follow Rowan running across the street to the High House of Wonders, and you hear this commotion and shouting from inside, and we find that like Cyrus now, there's not just like the two of them there. There's like 7 that have come down here.
I have produced an additional platinum piece.
I look through the window.
Haste
What do I see?
is important. Who's like your cool your big guy? So
big guy.
Iris! I'm gonna jump in through the window.
Yeah, you come in through the window in the towel, and everyone just
Climb it in.
looks. And the guy's just like, no respect for locked doors anymore, I guess.
Hello, hi. I'm sorry. I need Sadama. Sadama, that's his name. Does anyone know where he is? Please don't arrest my friend. He's just helping, and I forgot the name.
Rowan, roll me a D100.
Okay. Ooh. 2.
oh wait,
Out of 100.
I never remember how percentiles work.
I make a DC up in my head for these for percentiles about how I feel like the percentage of chances for things to be where they should be or where they could be. The woman who had been in front of Cyrus here, who was holding one of these platinum pieces, speaks. Sadama's out.
Where? I need him now.
He was called to do some work. Somewhere in. She looks over to the man. I don't. Just kind of.
Hurry up, please. This is a matter of life and death.
No, the gate. The basilisk gate winch was not functioning correctly.
Okay, he's there now.
He shrugs. It's late.
I heard that. I know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be dashing there. So I'm moving
All right.
80 feet.
Are you just gonna kung fu kick out the other window as well?
No, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just
pick a
gonna
different
do
window.
a
That's the
sick.
same window.
No, I'm just gonna do a sick, like
a
dive
backflip.
roll run. I got acrobatics. It's cool, man. I'm cool. I'm an action movie person.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry if I recall this wrong. When it's nighttime, you can't get back into the upper city, right?
He can try.
Okay.
He can climb the wall or something.
I mean, it's not impossible. So,
I don't think I have wall running yet. I don't.
The
There's no fault.
basilisk gate from your position is 4,235 feet away, through the gates of the upper city and down through the streets and alleys of the lower city at night.
Godspeed.
What's your point?
I'm just. This is for the audience at home. It is 4,225, 35 feet.
Cyrus took track and field in high school. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
We have to, but you have to get Sadama back.
So did
He can't
Sadama.
run as fast as I can, and I can't carry him.
We'll find out.
I mean, if you're running, go for it. It's
I mean, YOLO. Also, I don't have to necessarily. Well, wait. So when you say upper city,
Mm-hmm.
it's like elevated, right?
No.
Oh.
It is just
so it's
separated
kind of on a
by
hill.
walls, and it is called the upper city because it's where
fancy people
the
live there.
better people
Yeah.
live.
Metaphorically.
I dead ass thought that it was an incline. All right, well, that becomes a little bit more awkward.
Were you gonna like parasail down? That would have been dope.
I would have just jumped off the cliff. I have slow fall, baby. I'd be fine. Screw it. I'm 80 feet every, I guess, 6 seconds is what I'm doing.
Okay.
How long is that gonna take? Someone math for me.
I was pulling out a calculator. I'm not doing this in my head. 4,225, we'll call it. Divided by 80 will take you 53 rounds. So 5.5 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
That's-
It took us like 3 hours to get to the docks.
You are. He is zipping.
He's
he is
fast.
going.
All right.
I'm fast.
Wait, 80 per round. Yeah, 40 base with dash. Jeez. Yeah, you are quick.
Track and field star. Here
Gotta
we
go
go.
fast.
Yeah, you're
Gotta go
running
fast.
essentially like 1.25 miles in 5 minutes.
Holy crap.
You are zooming. Well, no, that's not true. 4,000 feet, so 5,280. So just under a mile.
All right, so he zooms out the freaking
Yeah,
thing.
so you just
I'm just there in a
zip,
towel.
gone, and you're heading towards Basilisk Gate. And now there are 7 of these clerics of Gone just looking at you in a towel while you're standing inside the foyer after jumping through a broken stained glass window.
Sorry about the window. Bye. I'm gonna go back to the house.
You climb out the window.
I'm gonna use the door, like a civilized person if I can. Is it open?
It's not.
Should I just jump out the window again? Is it?
Can I just watch you? And the man goes, I mean, and he goes over to the door and with another guy like lifts the large bar that is barring it and put it down. I don't want you to hurt yourself. And they open the door for you. It's like, good
you.
luck.
Thank you. Sorry again. Bye.
Yeah,
gonna
go
hurry
run
right
back. Sure. So at this point in time, I guess, so Francis and V, you've been working on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fallister Fisk is just standing in the doorway having watched all this happening. He's, does this, is this a frequent occurrence that happens in the household here? And he's like looking over at the exploded Clims. I don't want to end up like that guy.
Not this specifically, but there are. I mean, this living here is a colorful experience. I'll just say that.
Do we have like a sheet, a towel, something to cover him with? Because, whoa, there is just a lot going on over there.
Please. I'm trying not to look. If someone can.
No, yeah, right. Just point me in the direction of the linens.
It's me, Hugo. I point you in the direction of the linens.
Man, Hugo, you've been so useful today. Yeah. So Hugo goes with Fallister Fisk to get some kind of covering for the body of Clem. This does not clear the room of Clem, but does obscure at least his corpse. So, V, Francis, anything that you would like to be accomplishing while Rowan is running back and forth until we get to Cyrus sprinting his way to the Basilisk Gate?
I think V would probably be like working down, kind of like trying not to look, but she would be kind of muttering to herself. And every once in a while, Francis would probably be able to hear it of just like, she had some self anger, I guess, that she didn't have just take the omelet herself, and she let Clem eat this magical omelet. So she would be kind of like just angry and
She had
like
a big
disappointed in
bowl of
herself.
Regretty spaghetti.
Yeah. So like she'd barely be muttering, and you would hear it every once in a while, little bits.
Well, I guess Francis would be just trying to offer some moral support, and V, you had no idea that eating the omelet would do that.
Thank you, Francis. What a way to go. He was so helpful to us. He had his family. We were going to help him. And now I have work to do. And she goes back into like working more.
Sure. Okay. Rowan, you arrive home.
Yes.
Is there anything specifically you would like to do upon entry?
Where's this new guy? Fisk?
Yeah, Fisk is right now with Hugo. They've gotten some linens to cover the body.
I think I'll just come back straight in and go into the dining room and make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
We gotta go get Sadaba. He wasn't at the temple, but Cyrus is running to go get him, and he should be back soon? I don't know. He runs quite fast. How's it going here?
Thank you, Alias. I think with your
You're
help,
welcome.
I stabilized myself for now, but there's these blueprints. I need Sadama's help. Are you in a towel?
Yes. Turns out the loud explosion happened while I was bathing, so I should go put some clothes on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you go to do that, we flip over to Cyrus. Cyrus, you are dashing through the upper city here, making your way towards one of the gates, probably the closest one here. The way that this works is that you can dash the number of times equal to 3 plus your Constitution modifier until you start risking exhaustion. You, sir, have to dash 53 times to get to the gate.
$10 if I don't. I forgot.
What
the
happens if you
exhaustion.
do? Then you're walking.
I'm just gonna real quick look at the exhaustion rules. I haven't had to do that in a while.
So, exhaustion. There are multiple levels of exhaustion. The first one is that your checks are made with disadvantage. The second one, I believe, is like your speed is halved here. And here, let me pull it up so we can. Yeah,
Sounds
disadvantage
like
on
some
ability
complicated
checks.
combat math
Second
coming up.
is speed is halved. Third is disadvantage on attacks rolls and saving throws. Fourth, hit point maximum is halved. 5, speed reduced to 0. 6 is death.
Maybe.
Fudge.
Pace yourself.
So you can comfortably dash 3 times. I don't know what your Constitution modifier is.
1.
You can comfortably dash 4 times. Every time after that, you will be making a Constitution saving throw. A DC of 10, and then the next dash is an 11. The next dash is 12, 13, until eventually, again, you have to dash 53 total times if you were going to do this. You're just suffering exhaustion.
Why does the second one have to be speed halved?
Yeah. So you can do it, 4 times. And then you're going to have to basically just run it the rest of the way and not dash. Your time goes from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. That's not necessarily that much of a loss, especially when Rowan has now said V is alive.
I don't know that.
Didn't Rowan say?
Oh, I just said I need this guy. It's a matter of life and death.
Yep. I don't know that.
Cyrus doesn't know.
No.
Okay.
I would feel the exhaustion, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so theoretically, I could do this until I hit the first level of exhaustion and then go normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, theoretically, save a little bit of time.
You could.
I would like to do that then.
All right. Perfect. You begin running. I I think the first obstacle that you are going to end up hitting here is that there are guards. It is evening. They are at the gate, 500 feet away here. I'm not going to have you make any rolls up until this point. What do you do as you go sprinting towards the gate? It is closed.
How high is the wall?
40 feet?
That's a big wall, man.
Yeah.
That's a big
Did you not take your
It's
pole
separating the
vaulting?
city.
Yeah, it separates everything.
Damn. Big wall. I will yell. A priest is in danger. I need to get him.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, baby. 19.
Yeah.
19. Yeah, they see you running, and you guys have been up and down here before, so maybe you just get lucky. And one of the guys that's guarding the gate recognizes you. You're rather, you know, like, you're different,
I'm
right?
notable, yeah.
You're notable, although tattoos and otherwise, right? And sees you, just go, open it. We don't want to deal with this. We don't want to deal with this. And they just like, they push open basically the side door, right? And he's just like, through the guardhouse,
yeah.
through the guardhouse. And like, they just usher you through as you go sprinting through where like these guards are having their dinner. And you go sprinting out the other side there. And of course, our camera lingers for a little bit as they've got like, you know, spoons and bean cans or whatever the hell they're eating for tonight. And there's... Yeah, that was probably the best decision. It's like, yeah, the last time that I saw him, wheelbarrow, just trundling with body in it, and you know, we just don't need that today. And he's like, yeah, and you go sprinting through, and you are now out on the other side. So you comfortably sprint 4 rounds, 8, 16, 24, 32, so 320 feet past the gate, you can sprint. I do want you, however, to roll me in that 320 feet worth of time. Roll me a d20.
I rolled a 6.
A 6. Somewhere upon that, you see that there are a pack of dogs in one of these alleys that you've ducked down, fighting over some food. You need to make an acrobatics check to basically wall run over them to continue on unimpeded.
That'd be an 8. How I rolled a 2.
Okay, this is good. This is good, and because this is more fun, we're gonna definitely change the music for this as you start going through your little your little chase scene here, right? That's yeah, absolutely right. That's the wrong music, but that's fine. So with a 6, the dogs turn their attention onto you and begin chasing you down the alley, barking and snapping at you the entirety of the way. You eventually end up bitten, and you'll take 2d4 piercing damage as these dogs nip at your heels. You take 3 points of damage as they catch onto your legs, and you continue running onwards. You have now proceeded.
Yep. One sec. First of all, can they really run 80 feet?
They can
second
keep.
of all,
That's why you only got 2.
second of all, oh, never mind. Oh, temporary hit points. Woo, baby.
Are you gonna end up eaten by dogs?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's right. I gave him 3.
Temp hit points.
Rowan gave him 3.
Okay.
Oh no.
He had
jeez.
6.
Can you imagine?
Health.
Cyrus just collapses in the alley and gets eaten by dogs.
Or a dog bite. Oh, no.
So this takes you out to here, and you have to start running this direction. This is where we start doing Constitution saving throws. The DC of the first one is 10.
Oh.
At crit.
Okay, so the first one is good. You proceed another 80 feet. Roll me another. DC 11.
3.
You suffer 1 point of exhaustion. Your checks are now made at disadvantage.
I'm going to realize this. I'm gonna slow down a little.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of it is that, yes, you can do this dashing and stuff like that, but your HP is so low. And again, for us, HP is like the willpower to continue on. It's been a long day, and just those pack of wild dogs almost took you down. with
I mean, I essentially
3
have
points of damage.
I am at an 11th of my base HP.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You slow down, but you continue onwards. And as you do so round after round passing here, as you continue making your way towards the Basilisk Gate, I want another D20 roll, please.
Yikers. 13.
13 is good, no complications, and you continue onwards, basically avoiding everyone that's on the road here. It is thankfully, as evening comes across, quieter now, right? So easier for you to maneuver your way across the city itself. You make it to this crossroads here, and then, start heading southwards. Continuing on your way, roll me another D20. Okay. It's still 2,000 feet away. Yeah, continuing onwards, still no complications. Wow, look at you go.
Even manages to find a skateboard to go a little further.
Dead ass. I'm waiting to nat 1 the last complication roll and just fall on my face into a pile of manure.
Now it'll be like 2 guys with a pane of glass that you'll just go crashing into.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's parallel and not perpendicular, that would suck.
You get to here, and you start making your way towards Basilisk Gate, remembering the roads as they are, at least the larger ones here. I need one more D20 roll, please.
Sure.
You start making your way that direction.
About this time, I would be yelling for Sadama. I would just be yelling that name.
Okay. It's still 2,000 feet away. Still no complications. We love to see that. Sadama! Yeah, 1,700 feet away, just yelling for this man. Yeah, you proceed, let's say, another 500 feet here before we get you another D20 roll as you make your way that direction. So basically you have 3 of these left, 3 potential complications on your way.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not the tomato seller.
That one.
A large cart of a man pushing cabbages across the way. I need you to make me an acrobatics check with disadvantage due to your exhaustion.
Yup. 14 still.
14! Okay. It is a DC 15 acrobatics check to make your way through it. You try to jump above the cart, catch on it, tip over the cabbage cart, and of course the man goes, "My cabbages!" as you fall onto the ground and you lose half your speed for that particular round. No bludgeoning damage because, cabbages, they're soft, it's fine. You just kind of, more your ego's bruised than anything else.
Oh, for sure.
And then you proceed onwards, having lost a little bit more time. Another 500 feet past. Go ahead and roll me another D20. 17. As you get all the way there. Yeah. And the last one, as you basically arrive at the Basilisk Gate, this is the last one here. One more.
Nat 20.
There it is. You arrive at the Basilisk Gate, thankfully, yelling for Sadama there. And what you see is a group of men standing around watching a couple of robed individuals working on what seems to be this winch for the large gate here. All of them, have the bright brands of the Flaming Fist on them, right? They have the badges and things like that as they're standing around watching this. And you recognize one of those men rather immediately. He was here basically the first day that you were ever asked to do anything here. Captain Zaj,
oh dear,
seems to be overlooking the work of the men on the ground. He's speaking to one of these robed gentlemen whom you now recognize as someone that has been to the Fitzwilliam household, and you are yelling Sadama all the way, right?
Yep.
The man stops, looks, the one that's talking to Captain Zaj, and Sadama, for everyone at home, looks around him and sees you running up here, and Sadama's a bright individual. He absolutely remembers who you are and your name. He's, Cyrus, what are you doing here?
V needs help like 10 minutes ago.
He looks, he's like, "You look terrible, son. Are you all right? What's going on?"
After I tell you all this, I'm probably going to collapse for a bit, but that's fine. Get like a cart or something as fast as you can. She needs help. I'm gonna pull out another platinum piece and just just look at the Flaming Fist, the Zod man, and I'd be like, I have stuff to tell you after I recover from passing out in a moment. this hopefully will cover the delay in the whatever the heck you're doing here. He's got to go like right now.
Zaj looks at you, looks over at Sadama, and someone goes, I've been doing some work on the side. And he's like, right.
I'm gonna like very slowly pull out the badge. I'm like, I'm sure there's a lot of us, but I'm also a fist person. I did some tasks that you told me to do. I'll tell you about them.
No, I remember your weird tattoos. Right.
Okay.
Johnson Williams, please escort Mr. Sadama to wherever he needs to go.
As fast as possible.
As fast as possible. He looks down and he's like, you need to sit down.
I don't sit down, I collapse on the ground.
Sure. Yeah. And Sadama looks at you and he's, I will do my best. And he's an old man. He starts trotting away as quickly as he can.
I told him to get a cart.
That doesn't mean that a cart is available.
I understand that.
So they start running off from the Basilisk Gate, and he's got 2 Flaming Fist soldiers at his side here. You collapse on the ground. Are you face up or face down?
I'm face up.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to drag myself to the nearest anything
The
that I
wall.
think could hold my weight. Yeah, essentially.
The wall. Yeah, so you prop yourself up against the wall, and Zaj is hands on hips looking down at you here. He's like, you look like shit.
Fun fact. I've been through a lot of shit. Literally.
Yeah, you do smell like that too.
Listen here, all right? Literally got back from doing the bidding of the Flaming Fist, all right? We succeeded, by the way.
You succeeded. Your task
stop.
was to root out all of the corruption from the Dead 3 gangs.
Yep.
You did that.
Well, me and the other people on the task, yeah. Yep.
Kind of
Oh,
looks
that's grueling.
thoughtful about it. Feel like there's a pretty good story there somewhere.
I'll tell you about it right when I'm done catching my breath.
He pulls off a hip flask and tosses it into your lap where you're sitting there. He's like, it's not water, but it might take the edge off.
Oh no.
I'm good. I'm gonna pull out water.
Drunk and exhausted.
Drink some water.
He goes back over and he starts to supervise. The work hasn't stopped. Sadama
Right.
was there as the supervisory person for the House of Wonders people working on the Basilisk Gate. Yeah, so some time passes. At the house, is anything in particular going on?
I'm pacing nervously. I'm checking the door, checking on V. Every time there's a little noise or whatever, it's just very on edge.
I'm. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Hugo would be wonderfully cleaning the walls of the dining room.
Because
Nice.
he's always cleaned things,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
On his knees.
On his hands and knees, cleaning things.
He's got his wee little yellow rubber gloves on.
Bucket of water, sponges, getting real into
Pledge.
it. Lemon pledge. Okay, yeah. Francis, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I would just still be holding the mirror for V.
Assisting
or,
V? Sure.
Yeah, if she still needed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, V, you're probably still very much ensconced with the rebuilding of yourself.
Yeah, she's been staring at the blueprints and then doing a little thing and then looking at the blueprints and trying
Some time does pass. It would likely take them 30 minutes to get there. Sadama is not a fast man. The Flaming Fist guards would be good to have him there to get through the gates and things like that, but eventually there would be a knock on the Fitzwilliam door where Rowan, you're probably watching the windows anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm there before they even knock.
And opens up and Rowan, and you see 2 well-armored Flaming Fist guards there as well.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I'll take it from here. He's in good hands. And I try and keep the door as close as I can in case there's any shrapnel bits sticking in walls I haven't spotted yet.
It's barely cracked, and you just get him in really quickly.
Yeah.
And the camera lingers on the crack for a little bit, and you can see almost to the dining room on the other side. And door shuts. You the guy's just I don't know. Well, I guess we're done here. You want to grab a pint? All right. And so they just head off. Yeah. So
Little flaming fists in their work ethic.
they never
But they're
were
just gonna
told
give
when they
him
had to come back.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's very true.
So
I'm just going to give him a TLDR basically as
Yeah.
we're walking over. Like, all right, so it's going to be quite a sight. Please don't
Right.
panic, but we really need your help. And
I don't really
watch
have all
where
of
you-
my tools. Is she all right?
Which way you step?
Oh, and he gets to the dining room, and so you see Hugo on his hands and knees, with just a bucket basically that is just soapy blood water at this point, and there's just shrapnel pieces still stuck in the walls. And he looks over, and V, you're just Francis is holding a mirror up to your stomach, and you're just with spoons trying to put yourself back together. And he goes, "What in the hell's?"
There was something about eggs. I don't know, but it's bad.
Oh, I've heard of rotten eggs before, but this is something. V, are you all right?
Oh, Sadama, I'm so sorry. You just worked on me.
Oh, no,
I need your help.
child. It's all right. It's all right. He gently, he puts a hand on Francis' shoulder and gently moves him to the side. You're doing good. I would say we should use the table here and lay you down properly, but it seems to be covered in blood.
There's a little section of intestines and stomach and stuff, just a thing on the side.
Yeah,
just
and there's
put together.
There's blank spaces where the blood would be, but the plates were there that had caught the splatter. He's like, it's fine. The chair will do. I don't have all of my spare parts here, but I should get you at least functioning. Maybe not walking today, but he puts on his little spectacles with the shuttering glasses that go all the way down and magnify, and he begins to work. He does stop at one point and gesture to the sheet across the way, which is now soaked up a lot of the blood as well. It's very red. I'm assuming it's too late for that one.
Yes. Unfortunately, he's not as easily put back together.
There was some magical eggs that we got on the adventure today, and we thought it might be good, and it went wrong. It went so wrong, Sadama.
It's all right. It's all right. You're okay. And oh, poor lad. Oh, all right. Yeah. And he sets about doing his work, and every once in a while he's just trying to be very calming. It's a very good doctor bedside manner, considering he's just a tinkerer, a high-ranking cleric. It's he's not a doctor, really. Yeah.
Francis, did you see Cyrus?
No.
Sadama, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt.
Yes.
Did Cyrus come back with you?
No, the lad, he seemed quite exhausted when he arrived. He collapsed immediately against the wall there and assured me that I should make my way here with all haste. I left him there with Captain Zodge and some of my people from the House of Wonders. He should be in relatively good hands.
Okay. I hope Zodge doesn't kick his ass. I'm not sure he could take it right now.
Yeah.
Should we go get him? Do you think he'll be okay, Francis?
I imagine Cyrus is a hugely resourceful fellow. I have complete faith in him being able to either run or talk his way out of any situation.
I agree with that assessment. All right, I'll give him another hour or so, and then I'll go look for him.
Yeah, okay. And I think we flip back over to Cyrus. 30 minutes have passed, Cyrus. What do you want to do?
Short rest. Yeah.
I would still be incredibly exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at this point I would be able to start talking to Zodge.
Sure. Yeah. And he comes back over, and it looks like the work on the winch is being wrapped up. Well, we're about to head out of here. I'm gonna head back to the barracks. You good?
You mind? Well, I mean, technically, I am a member of the Red Fists still.
Flaming Fist, by the way.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
You've got the badge on and everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna join all of you if you don't mind, and I guess I can relay the completion of our work.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Can you walk?
I attempt to stand.
You do. It's shaky, right? It's been an immensely long day at this point. He's like, well, we've got a bit of a hike to get to the barracks, but you should be able to make it, right?
Yeah, I'll just lean on my staff more.
Mm-hmm. He points and he has some of the Flaming Fist guards escort the rest of the House of Wonders workers back to the upper city. So it's you and probably 3 other Flaming Fist guards kind of just, walking slowly through the nighttime now city, the lower city portion of Baldur's Gate here. Yeah. Eventually you'd arrive at the barracks, and they would go off to get some food, and I think Zaj would ask if you would want to join them.
That would be great.
Yeah. And so they plop you down, and it's very militaristic in the fashion that it's like, it's functional. What you see here is probably something that you have not noticed much in the upper city, is that supplies in and supplies out in Baldur's Gate for the last couple of weeks have been very thin. The city itself has been on lockdown. There's been the missing dukes as well as the refugee population from the missing city of Elturel. It's really started to hit the lower city rather hard. The rations that the Flaming Fist has, you note that they're not living in any type of luxury here. Bread is stale. You're really it's like a type of gruel or porridge that you're eating on. You're noting that a lot of the resources of the upper city have definitely not trickled down to the lower city portions here and wherever they seem to be getting their food. But it's decent enough. It's probably one of the military cooks is rather practiced at making this meal palatable for many soldiers.
Well, all right, thank you very much for your hospitality. Recovering on a full stomach, much better than recovering on an empty one.
Always found that. Now, you got the energy to talk about this, or?
Yeah. It's a long story.
A long story.
But it is kind of interesting. So,
settles back clearly with his flask.
It all started I think technically it all started at a tavern, but I don't recall exactly. So I'm gonna skip to the bathhouse.
I sent you to the Elf Song Tavern to meet with a contact.
Right.
Didn't really hear much after that, and it's been a couple of days now. You were coming up on your due time, and I was going to
really
send.
Only been a couple of days. Jeez.
It's been about 4.
Damn. So yeah, the contact gave us a tip that it has something to do with the bathhouse up by the Shrine of Suffering. And so we went there. Everything seemed normal. But of course, looks can be deceiving. Later at night, we gave a bit of a unannounced visit. And there were like ghost things, just like weird shadowy entities there, so figured we were on the right path. We entered one of the office rooms, I suppose, and we found a staircase that led deep down. And so we followed that. We found some hostile skeletons, found some necromancers. Those were not fun. We got blown up at some point.
Is that right?
Yeah, I believe it was a mage who casted a large ball of fire. We were fine, mostly. We had to recover. But when we came back, to finish the job, there was just a pile of ash where she was. So, one down. Goodness. We found a few ritual chambers, killed some cultists, there were some skeletons there that were mean and some that weren't. We killed the mean ones, obviously. Found, goodness me, like deep down, we found Vanthamper, the big one, Mordlock. We found Mordlock down there, and he was being attacked by a lot of these cultists. So we helped him fight off the cultists. We rescued a couple of people, but not
Mordlock
really
Vanthamper.
Yeah, big guy, real big guy.
So the Vanthamper family is implicated in the Cult of the Dead 3.
I have news about that on the way. So, she tells us that his mother wanted him dead because apparently she thought he was too ugly. Seems like a bad reason to me, but then again, I don't know what being an elite family is like. So, we helped him escape. We shook down his brother. Apparently his brother works with devils, so that's cool. His brother, we got in a scuffle. His brother ended up dying. I blame him. He's working with devils. I'm just saying. Anyway, we end up getting some information from this Vanthamper, from Mortlock, and then his annoying brother. And so we go to his house. We go to the Vanthamper residence. Now with Mortlock though, he was like, I'm not ever coming back here. My mother hates me. She wants me dead. I'm out. So he left, which is, it's fine. Whatever. I don't care what they do. I'm not from here. Anyway, we get to the house. One of the members here disguised themselves as the now deceased.
Oh, he's dead.
Amric. Amric is dead. Yes.
How did he die?
I told you he hangs with devils, and we were talking with him, and bad things started happening, and suffice it to say, he died in combat.
There's like knowing nods around the table. This excuse has been used before.
So we get there. Disguises Amric. Because of the fact that we know how our meeting with Amric went, we kind of knew how to behave as Amric and his goons. So the person who disguised himself as Amric was very mean. He pulled it off real well. Really convincing as a bad person.
I've heard Amric's a bit of an asshole, or was a bit of an asshole.
I would go further to say that he's evil. Was evil. So we made our way into the compound, and we ended up going to talk to the last brother, Thirstwell, and it seems that he was attempting to open some sort of box, and he also, he's also a member of the Vanthamper family. And aside to the audience, I hesitated telling him that he was also aligned with devils. I legitimately trust.
You trust that he'll do the right thing?
I do.
Okay.
Anyway, so he's a member of the Vanthamper family, but he said his mother like only really liked Amric, and he was only kept around because like he was smart or something. The dude, he didn't look very well. He looked kind of sickly. I wouldn't be surprised if after he opened this box for his mom that he would die. So anyway, we get Thirstwell to tell us a lot of information. Apparently, and this is gonna be a huge fucking laugh. So how we have a lot of refugees from Elturel? Yeah, apparently it was sunk into hells.
Right. Some of the refugees have been speaking that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, not nonsense. It was sucked into hell, and Duke Vanthamper really wanted to do that to Baldur's Gate as well. She was in cahoots with Favius Krieg, the dude from the Elturel.
Thavius Krieg.
Yeah.
The High Overseer of Elturel.
Yep.
Was here in this city.
Yes, he was. That is correct.
And he's involved.
He was involved. He's dead now. Or
He's
he
dead too.
a lot of individuals are dead. Okay.
How did he die?
I'll make it a little quicker. Okay, so Thirstwell gives us some information. He gives me the box. One of our friends attempts to open it, starts feeling a bit weird, so I take the box. Apparently, I think I'm not going to be corruptible. That's probably a lie, but who cares?
But what's in the box?
It's apparently the contract that Thavius Krieg signed with the Devil of the Nine Hells to get power, I guess, and to sink Elturel into the Nine. I don't technically know what their full end goal was, other than like just ruling and getting power, which seems frankly kind of stupid, but whatever.
There's like
They
all the
already
other
have a lot of
soldiers are like
power.
around the table, and some of them have like totally forgotten that like they've been eating or anything like that, and they're just like,
What is he on?
Yeah, what?
So we made a deal with Thirstwell, essentially. It seemed like he did not like his mother. He wasn't really for the Baldur's Gate plan. So I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna bring your mother to justice. We're gonna bring your mother to justice in some form. Which Mortlock essentially like left, and he said he does not plan on ever coming back.
But he's still alive.
Yes, Mortlock is just elsewhere, I suppose.
So he gets to live, but in combat, his brother died.
Again, Amric had a literal pet devil by him.
Right. So because he didn't have a visible pet devil, it's probably best that he did leave.
Amric, bad person. Okay, he was helping to get to the point where Baldur's Gate would have been sunk into the hells. Okay, so Thirstwell tells us where a secret like trapdoor is. We go down the trapdoor, leads to the sewers as well, just like the freaking bathhouse. So a big connected. Patrols should probably be in the sewers, like, I don't know, monthly or something, to make sure this kind of stuff does not happen. Because let me tell you, dude, there was a lot of culty stuff going on down there, and it seemed like no one cared. Like it just did not look like. I mean, I didn't even see like guard bodies down there. It's just like unfettered culty stuff. Like they had like whole ass temples and statues and stuff. Oh man, it was crazy. Anyway, so we go down there. Our disguised friend still disguises Amric. We come across some guards. Oh, actually, first things first, we come across a literal barrels of devils.
Barrels of devils. Just
literal barrels of devils. Devils came out of barrels.
Aging them like
to attack
this whiskey.
No, they were hiding in empty barrels, and they jumped out at us and tried to kill us. We did not. They did not succeed. So anyway, we find some of the cultist dudes. We dude with the disguise, dressed as Amric, really rude to him. Seems to work perfectly. We essentially get a tour. We go to this room. Okay, we go to this big temple-y ass room. Okay, now there's like these huge draperies on the walls. I believe there were 9 of them. One for each of the 9 hells, so that's cool. There were supplicants praying on the ground and chanting and things. Oh, and at the altar was a big gross devil thing. It was hideous. It was incredibly gross. Yeah, it was not a fun time. We dispatched all of those evildoers, especially that disgusting devil. And there was a door in that chamber, and we kind of opened the door, and out came Duke Thalamra. Duke Thalamra. Yeah, her that bad lady. First of all, she's huge.
She's a big girl. She's very big.
Well, I guess I should say she was huge.
She's
she didn't know who we are. We had literally had someone impersonate her son, so that was kind of awkward. A fight was started. and a fight was very, very quickly ended.
Well, she is an old lady, so...
For what it's worth, she nearly took me down like that.
He looks at you right now, he's
my
like,
ass.
That's why you look like shit.
That is one of the many reasons, yes, actually. Fun fact, the whole making deals with devils to get like supernatural powers and stuff, yeah, she had some of that. And it did not feel good. Regardless, so she kind of died. And then we found Thavius Krieg in like a weird like culty room with like some creepy chests that had like a ritual dagger in it. Note, I'm not mentioning any of the gold or money.
As you've been waving around platinum pieces all night.
It's fine. Anyway, look, money makes the world go round. Anyway, so we find Thavius Krieg in this like dark ass room with like a creepy shield on the back with like a face on it, and so we started asking Thavius. Oh right, we had some sort of refugee with us from that place. She was some sort of like hell rider or something. I don't know, whatever. So she was there, and she was like, "Thavius, we found you. You're alive." And then we all realized that my man's had a shadow that didn't look human. It in fact looked like a devilish shadow. So we kind of all argued there for a while. Tried to put him through a lot of tests. But yeah, we aren't exactly the most knowledgeable people when it comes to, holiness, I say, as I think upon the fact that I literally have talked to a god. And I'm still trash. But eventually, Rhea was like, hey, heal me, bro. And he literally couldn't. So she ran him through.
Seems a bit drastic for not having magical powers for the day.
He literally had the shadow of a devil. Not like there was like a marking of a devil on the back. Literally, his whole ass shadow was that of a big devil. It was spooky, man. Regardless, he dies. We pick up the shield, and the shield starts talking to us. Says it has to be returned to hell, or something like that. Look, it's a shield, which already like a weapon that can talk. That kind of creeps me out. I don't know much of those. But yeah, eventually, like we leave the weird creepy culty room. And we kind of go around, see if there are any other cultists. We end up finding more cultists, and a fight happens on site. Note, I'm being very cryptic with whenever I say who instigated. and yeah, so I'm pretty sure there weren't any cultists left. Oh right, we rescued some people. We rescued Lady. I did not like her. She was very rude.
Lady, I didn't like her. Yes.
Yeah, she some other person. We took her to her house. She apparently was kidnapped. She one of the dukes. One of the dukes, very rude woman. You might know her.
You would remember the name as Satir Theon Hune.
I didn't like her.
Yeah, I don't like her.
I think she had an H. Regardless, rude lady. We rescued her. Escorted her back to her house. Whoop-de can do. Right, so we rescued her. We rescued some dude from Candlekeep. I don't know why he was in there, but he was a prisoner as well. Oh yeah, the guards were freaking devils, man. This lady was evil. Anyway, we end up going back to the creepy room because we have someone from Candlekeep. Maybe he knows about the artifacts. Yeah, you remember how he's like, oh, this is a little rash to kill Thavius for not having healing for a day? Yeah, his body was gone, and in its place was goo. Black goo. So we'll have to cross that bridge again when we come to it. Anyway, we make it outside. We talk to Firstwell. Everything's all cool. He recognizes that his mother was doing bad things.
Right, good, great.
I tell her she's dead.
Firstwell's still alive. Ostensibly probably working with his mother, so he'll probably have to be watched, if not jailed, for his actions.
I did tell her the woman we rescued to keep an eye on him. He made
The
a lot
woman
of
you can't
oaths.
remember the name of.
She's a duke. I'm not from here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like a lot of people here. I'm from like the countryside where everyone's nice and we help each other. Everyone here is so mean and cutthroat, man. There's a lot of stepping on each other. It's messed up. Literally, one of your high people wanted to put the city into the ground, into the hells. That's messed up, man. Regardless, I trust Thirstwell. I understand if you don't. I wash my hands of that situation. He is alive. He's now the leader of the villa. The guards that like the normal villa guards, they don't seem to be culty. They did not seem to be cultists, so that's whatever. What I will say is, what should be done, and hopefully this can be done in a nice way, is maybe go to the villa and like just kind of look for culty items. Don't take his personal belongings unless it looks kind of culty, and then close their access to the sewer. Like they have a downstairs thing. Just like make it so that don't like crumble the sewer. That's rude. But just like seal that door shut or something. I don't know. I wash my hands. It's fine. Regardless, we stopped the two people who wanted to put the city underground. Technically, we know where Elturel. We technically know where that is. It's in one of the hells. But yes, technically speaking, we have completed our task. The cult should be gone. I am very tired.
That is a wonderful story.
I swear to the god whose name I don't know, if you don't believe me,
Hey,
I'm going
Craig.
to be very, very sad.
Hey, Craig, Arch. So glad you did the recap for today.
I feel like that was a
wonderful.
fever dream or something.
Yeah. We got our flashback episode.
The thing, right, is that
Dear God.
Cyrus is incredibly tired, and he's trying to explain everything in as much detail as possible while keeping out things that could harm the group or people that he trusts.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, he did not mention anything about Thirstwell being one of the suppliers of the devils.
So,
Yeah,
like, the last thing, because there's a whole lot to take in. I need to sleep on it.
Yep, right.
Why did you need Sadama?
Yeah, one of our friends, she has like a couple of limbs that are more mechanical than not. Bad stuff has happened. It's her personal business. I'm not going to get into it too much, but those things were kind of in critical condition and could have rupture at any moment. So we just needed his help to fix her right up.
Good friend. Almost killing yourself to get all the way over here. Help her out.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
He looks around the table. Hear that, boys? I told you.
Fudge. They all hate me now.
Yeah. So, Dodge continues to ask, like, poking and prodding and probing questions, right? And you do your best to answer them as adequately as possible. Obviously, lots of time has passed. Rowan, did you want to try and go find Cyrus?
Yeah, I think I would have gone, not running as quick as he did, obviously. But it's gonna take so long to get there, and there's guards and stuff. So I'm gonna go the direction I think he would have gone.
Okay.
And I'll get to
towards the Basilisk Gate.
Yeah.
Walking there, it definitely takes more time.
Yeah.
You
I like strut.
Yeah, strut over there. People at the gate from the upper city here. Do you have your Flaming Fist badge on you?
I do.
Yeah. They don't mess with you if you've got the badge. It's one of those things like, Flaming Fist business is Flaming Fist business. We really don't want to deal with the paperwork.
Yeah.
So they let you through, and you go on your way to the Basilisk Gate. Roughly close to an hour passes to get you all the way there, and it's night now. It's definitely night, and it's dangerous down here in the lower city, and you would know that as a local here. But the Basilisk Gate, other than a few guards, there's no one here. You do see packs of refugees outside waiting, some of them sleeping in front of the gate itself.
I'm gonna head over to one of the guards and just be like, excuse me.
Yes?
There was work being done here earlier in the night. Do you perhaps know where the Flaming Fist members went?
Oh, back to the barracks, I think.
Was a shiny, very tired, possibly looks like crap guy with them?
Yeah, about on verge of death.
Oh, good. So he's alive?
Oh, good.
I look like it.
Okay, great. All right. Just refresh my memory. I haven't been there in a while. Is that way?
Yeah,
Then?
it like points off down to one of the towers that's on the wall here, and it's housed inside of it.
All right. Thank you. Got it. Have a good night.
Yeah, it gives you a little nod. And you hustle on over to there, and of course there's more Flaming Fist guards that are there at the barracks, and you flash your little badge, and they would let you in.
I just imagine walking in on the scene with just like this mound of people surrounding Cyrus. Is
just animatedly telling this story. Yeah, absolutely. And Zod is just sitting across the table, just like, whoa.
I feel like a crazy old Maurice from The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
crazy
kind
old
of.
Maurice. He runs in the tavern, and everyone's just like, "What the f are you talking about? This story is nuts."
Yeah, so it's wild. It's out there. Yeah, and you do. That's it. You basically come across like the ending, and it's like Zod is poking and prodding with more questions, but the story is done. And Cyrus is there, and Cyrus is surrounded by like all of these military men, essentially.
Oh. I'm trying to get Cyrus's attention.
Cyrus, you'd eventually see her, yes.
Yeah. I would eventually see, yeah. Oh, hello.
Just throw up the thumbs.
I guess my pal is here. I suppose it's time. Is everything okay, by the way, with our friend's prosthetics?
Yes. The specialist is with her.
Cool.
Thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got something to eat. Told our captain here that we completed his task.
Yes, we did. It's gotten us a few other tasks. I don't know how much he's told you.
I just told him that we completed a task. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing now, but
Okay, we should probably get some rest and some sleep will do well. Maybe a healing potion or two. Is it fine if I take him?
Right, yeah. Where are you staying at?
We're at Hugo's residence.
Hugo.
Fitzwilliam.
Fitzwilliam. Yes.
Right, gotcha. Lawyer's place.
Yes.
You are owed a reward for completing the work. And so that the soldiers begin dispersing, right, and around.
Okay.
As you guys are heading towards the door here, Zod kind of stops at the edge. He goes, I'll be by sometime tomorrow. Drop off your reward for a job well done. We will handle the cleaning up of the Vanthampur family as we deem necessary. And I need to make my report to the higher up.
Once again, I would like to put in a good word for Thirstwell. Obviously, show up unannounced, as I assume you were going to. If he's doing anything suspicious, that's your decision. But he seemed like a fine guy to me. I'm a great judge of character.
He was fine. What has he taken anything?
He didn't even drink the whiskey.
Several feet.
Several.
Like a lot
feet.
of those. Like a lot of them.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just you sound a little loopy.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired.
That's to be expected. Oh, it's all right.
The woman hurt the crap out of me.
She did. She was quite large. I don't think I'm going to erase that memory from my brain for a while. But yes, let's get you back and get you rested and cleaned up and everything. We'll be fine.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
I feel like if it weren't like I'm feeling ragged. If it weren't for you, giving me a little bit of a bolster earlier on, I think I would have died to some dogs.
Dogs?
Yeah, just like wild dogs, they probably would have eaten me. You'd never find my body.
Not
That would have been
possessed
great.
dogs or demons or
No, just normal dogs. Normal dogs. Normal.
Okay, well, we won't go past any
Normal
dogs
dogs.
then. We'll stay on the main road.
Such a hero's death.
No, we don't want you going out like that. Your story is not yet concluded, my friend. So, with that, Captain Zodge and friends.
It gives you a nod. He's like, wild. Right. Be
Yes.
safe. I'll be by tomorrow. Maybe later in the afternoon because you all look like shit.
Yes, maybe give us a little bit of time to clean up.
Sure.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. And
go.
you go. V and Francis, a lot of time has passed. What have you been doing?
Well, I assume V would be getting repaired, seen to, that sort of thing. But I assume at some point I would have begun to help Hugo tidy up the viscera. Perhaps I would probably have moved Klim's body or what's left of it out of the kitchen and maybe put it in, like, I don't know. Where's the good place to put the body?
We would have said, Francis, if you're moving that,
Yes.
I think he would like it if he was buried in the garden that he looked at.
That's very true. That's not a bad idea. But I don't know. I mean, Hugo, you know all about laws. Can you bury a body just in your own garden? Well, Francis, let me ask the DM on the laws of burying a body.
If nobody finds out.
It's not legal. Well, perhaps we should see about shipping it to his family then.
If you remember, he had a bit of a dispute with his family, which we never got to fix for him.
Yeah, remember they wanted him dead.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have funeral plans then. I'm not sure what to do with the near. Maybe we should just discuss it later, and for the time being, just put the body somewhere a bit less,
He has a room.
horrifying. That's a good idea. I will put the body in the room.
Yeah, wrapped in, more sheets and placed in the
Yes.
room. Okay.
So I will, with Hugo's assistance, take the body.
I like that Fallister Fisk and Rhea are just watching all
I mean,
of
they're
this
welcome to help if they
in
want.
horror.
I feel like it'd be a bit rude to ask guests to clean up gore and blood and stuff like that.
Yeah. Rhea now knows how you all operate, so this is just another day. Fallister, though, is yeah. You adventuring types, a little wild. So V, working with Sadama here, he would get you to a functioning form. Again, it's going to take more time, and he needs materials to, get you back moving again. But you're not going to die in the middle of the night, right? You're going to be okay. Yeah, it's just going to take time and it's honestly some money for him to, get parts.
I was gonna say, how much platinum did we all get? I can't remember. I don't think we divided it up at the
Oh,
end.
we all have?
Yes.
It was
we
33
looted a
each.
lot of money.
33 each.
33. Okay.
Platinum each?
Yes.
Platinum each.
Damn.
Plus,
Yeah, we're loaded now.
we got some extra dragon
Jammies as well.
dragon
I think it was
another
3
thing for
Azurite
collection.
gems.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, well, we did get some more, and I think this, again, I'm really sorry to keep having you come here. And so she's gonna try to give him 10 platinum pieces for hers.
Yeah, he
Please.
looks at wow, that's Well, I'll be able to buy much finer materials with this.
Yes, please do something nice for yourself as well. I feel bad you have to keep coming.
We'll see how much is left over. Lady V, you should be good for the evening. I will return to the workshop and see if I can't get anything together this evening, and we'll head out early tomorrow morning and try to get the best batches of metal that might be left in this city.
Very well. As he heads out, and we don't see him anymore, V's gonna take out, she has her little work area and stuff. There's a bunch of these small squares, metallic looking squares that she's been keeping, and you've seen a couple of them. You saw the one with the light box, but she takes out a new one. You see it's kind of hasn't had all the markings that the other ones do, and you see her start kind of etching. She can't move, she can't stand or anything, but you can see her just start on her tools, and she seems to very vigilant for all of a sudden.
Okay. And very focused on it. Okay. Did you want to finish this before he leaves, or is he good to...
No, he's good to go.
Okay. Yeah. So Sadama will go. He gives nods to the people that are here on the way out, and we watch as he exits the house and he shakes his head and he's like, I don't think there's ever a day they won't be in trouble. And he shuffles off back to the house of wonders. Yeah, of course he's going to end up being questioned quite a lot from his colleagues, but he can handle himself. Himself.
I know that we were collecting NPCs, but I'm glad he doesn't live here.
Every NPC that lives there is always in danger.
Yeah.
No, what if Sadama ate the eggs and we lost Sadama?
Oh no! Stop! Don't even joke.
Bad enough that Clem's gone, huh? Yeah, I think this is a good little stopping point. Rowan and Cyrus would eventually make your way back. Again, long walk, tired. Long rests would be had, and we finish up the consequences of your actions tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick break, and we'll get to that. Zaj will be visiting.
Oh dear.
So yeah, let's get some water stuff.
BRB.
So, it is a new morning in Baldur's Gate. The dining room has been cleaned, though the holes in the walls and the memory of the horrific things from yesterday still remain. Everyone is back to full HP, has all of their abilities, spells, and other things back. What would you like to do?
Hugo wanted to get up super early, go out and get groceries, enough to make a wonderful breakfast for everyone. But pancakes, bacon, sausages.
Not eggs.
Not eggs.
Not eggs. But also a selection of cereals and pastries and cheeses and cured meats, and lay on a fantastic banquet purely out of his own expense for everyone to enjoy.
The kindness of his own heart.
Yeah, nice of him.
Did Clem's job.
A pirate captain and a chef? What else can this man do?
Oh, no, this is Hugo's doing, not
Hugo.
me. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, who's...
A lawyer and a thief and a chef? What else can this man do?
As Hugo is making breakfast then for everyone, obviously, V's been awake. You hear tiny little steams come off as the morning breaks. And she's still working on her thing, but now the square is more of a circular object, and she's just been kind of moving and fixing it a little bit. And that's all. And then
Okay. Cool.
I will come down and check on her.
I would be going with Hugo, I suppose, and asking him. So first of all, I'd unhide my egg and put it in my pack, and then try to. I would ask Hugo if there are any oh God, I'm gonna go back, because the upper city is where I found the place that sold me the shard of glass. Cool. I'm gonna go back to that store.
Oh God. Okay. The store of weird stuff that I never wrote down a name for. Absolutely. You know where it is.
Of course. I know it better than any of the names.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I go there and I greet the shopman.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull out the shard glass, and as I'm holding it, I feel kind of anxious. Like, I still got this. Anyway, do you buy things perchance?
Shopman is now a tiny gnome dude for whatever reason. I don't know, because I don't remember who was actually running this shop. He says, yes, I do buy things of interest from time to time.
I have. I pull it out. A golden egg.
Oh dear.
Did you just paint that gold and trying to pawn it off on me here?
Nope. This is like actual gold as the shell, right? Like this thing is heavy because it's gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I will. I assume this guy would have like pawn shop weights, systems, scales.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and like put the egg on one side and demonstrate like just how heavy it is. Like, no, this is a golden egg.
Right. Yes. What's inside of it?
The inside is a normal egg, but don't eat it. This is a magical egg that apparently will make you explode if you eat the contents.
Now I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to sell that to someone.
Only if you eat the contents. And 2, right, I guess someone could use this to kill somebody else.
I'm really in the business of selling things of murder.
Yeah, I know. Would you take 60% of the gold price? Because the shell is still gold. You don't have to eat the yolk. Or the egg inside of it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Do. Whoops. 10 apparently.
50% of the gold weight, and we'll call it a deal.
I'm gonna quickly glance around the shelves. Does there appear to be anything kind of like cheap looking, but interesting?
Kind of cheap looking, but interesting.
Isn't that everything in this shop?
Yes. Gonna make me pull up a trinket table? Sure. Yeah, there's lots of things. I don't know. What are you looking for specifically?
Essentially, I'm just looking for like a vaguely, like slightly magical knickknack that I would be able to use. Just be like, half the gold price and this. And then it's a deal.
Okay.
Glowing eye.
Yeah.
It's an eyeball.
Yeah, there is a glowing glass eye.
Sure, I will say. Well, I mean, you know what? This eye looks kind of creepy. I assume not a lot of people are looking to buy creepy glass eyes. So 50% the gold weight, and then this glass eye.
Kind of glows this like purplish color. All right, fine. You put the egg up on the thing. I don't know if we had a weight for them.
It definitely does not have a weight.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Like this. They're like this big. Probably like what? Like a pound and a half?
Gold is incredibly dense.
We'll call it a pound and a half. Because it's hollow on the inside, right?
Yeah.
So 50% of a pound and a half. A pound and a half is 75 gold pieces is the equivalent. So he would give you, what is half of 75? My brain, 37. He'll go 38, being nice.
Cool.
38 gold pieces for this magical egg that could kill someone in a horrific fashion. That you have now sold to this gnome trinket salesman.
Yep.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong here.
Oh boy.
I won't know.
Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, yeah, and you do that, and Hugo makes a full meal. Rowan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna come down and check on V.
Okay.
And just morning. You all right?
Oh, good morning, Rowan. I'm feeling much better. I still have, as you see, but I'm doing better.
What you working on there?
Oh, actually, I just finished. And she's going to do a little click on one of the sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And up from it would actually be a little projection, and it's gonna show Klim's face
Oh,
as a thing, and under it says Klim Jasso,
Mhm.
friend, butler, rescuer, rest in peace.
Mhm.
And it like is there.
that's quite sweet.
Yeah,
I think you'd
it's-
appreciate that.
I figured we could keep it here and at least help be remembered.
I mean, chance we could take the butler part out. I don't think that matters all too much.
Fair. And she'll do like it'll like another couple seconds of
Yeah.
tweaking and stuff, and it'll just be like, friend, savior, rest in peace.
Sure.
And
Lovely.
would you mind putting this in his room?
Certainly.
Get a
Okay. I'll wander off and go find a spot in his
In the
room to
room
put
where
something.
you
Yeah.
see the body wrapped in the sheets.
Fun.
Yeah, that's still there.
Gotta sort that out today. Not exactly something we can just leave.
Francis, what have you been doing?
I guess I would have come down and I guess just helped Hugo prepare this wonderful
Wow.
breakfast.
How kind of you. It's good. Okay. Fallister Fisk and Rowan are Rowan. Rowan, you know what you're doing. And Rhea, probably look a little like lost about like what they should be doing with themselves. So Fallister would probably be making himself a nuisance in the kitchen and talking your ears off about Candlekeep and the wonders of Candlekeep and how it's super important that you need to be going there, etc., etc. I think Rhea would, at some point in time in the morning, probably do prayers and rites for Klim. Because she is, she's a rather religious woman. And I think that would be important to her to like make sure that he passes on to the realms beyond safely and, to his proper place. Because you aren't really certain if he had any particular religious views, but I think that would be important to her. Yeah. So
I would like to do a thing while she's doing whatever she's doing.
Sure. Yeah,
Because it's all kind of foreign to Rowan. So she's like, I don't typically know this whole process, but is it all right if I just say something to him?
Yeah,
I mean, I know he's not there, like he's very much not, but just if it's okay.
She looks up at you. Of course. Anything now is probably for the best.
Okay. I'm sorry that you're dead. That obviously quite sucks, but just wanted to say thanks for saving us, and I'm sorry that I don't know, you got tangled up with us, and I kind of feel a bit bad that you're the reason, and we're the reason you're dead, and you're the reason we're alive. It's kind of unfair, but just thank you. And I hope wherever the next thing is it's a bit better than being bossed around by Hugo. Bye, Klim. You're a good one. And she just kind of wanders off.
Yeah. She like gives you a nod and like a reassuring, like, it's good. It's good. And you wander away, and she continues to perform some prayers here. Yeah. Is there anything that you guys would want to do before Captain Zodge makes his planned arrival?
I'm gonna make sure that everything's cleanish. I don't know how much more cleaning needs to be done, but hopefully I can declim the place.
Oh, jeez.
I assume I'm back by now.
Yeah, you would have come back.
Cool. I would just be sitting in the living room, inspecting the eye that I got no information on. Because I'm a smart person who buys things.
If someone can help me, if we're having guests over, maybe I can get something to wear, like a shirt or a cloak or something. You can see through me.
I will help.
Yeah. We get that the old V cloak, right?
Yeah.
No one just use that again.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
The first cloak I have is now a sash around me because it got ripped and torn from the original. So. But
we're back to V wearing a cloak. Yeah, I think Zodge would arrive later in the afternoon, as he said, and he has some guards with him. Our camera sees him with a brisk knock at the door. Who lets him in?
That would be me.
Okay, absolutely. He comes in, and the house has been probably the cleanest it's been in quite some time, considering the breaking and entering portions previously too. And he like notes the door as well. It looks like that lock's broken. Might want to get that fixed at some point. Right. So, did some corroborating.
Right. My apologies for interrupting, but I did forget. We got rid of the Dread 3 cult.
Right.
But the reason that the lock is broken is that we were essentially assaulted by Dragon Cult.
Dragon cultists.
Apparently unconnected. I know that they're actually connected. Yeah, so if you see people at night doing dragony, like wearing dragony masks, that's them. They're part of a cult. If they lie to you that they're like, oh, we're a masquerade club, no, they're lying. I mean, don't just kill them on sight. They literally could be a part of a masquerade. Anyway, that's why our locks broke. What were we saying?
Is there someone else I can talk to that doesn't interrupt as much? Really just trying to transfer some information and money here.
I'll just walk up next to him like, well, we're all here, so...
Perfect. Corroborated some of the story last night. Looks like you did quite the number on the Dead 3. Their, leadership. Yes, their leadership is scattered, if not outright destroyed. So, in that regard, I've brought you a bit of a reward for what you've done here. The meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several more Flaming Fist soldiers clad in plate armor. From behind this wall of swords and steel steps, an armored woman in a white cloak and graying hair. Aren't these the maniacs who stirred up every rat's nest in this God's forsaken city?
I swear.
Commander Portier!
Wait.
I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 days. And that is what the city's government wants you to think, Captain. She looks at you and looks at the bags of money. Looks like you're going to be adequately compensated. This is Commander Liara Portier.
Good morning. Oh, sorry, it's afternoon now. Good afternoon. Do we know her?
No. No.
I'm gonna lean over to probably Francis and just be like, there's a lot of big, scary ladies in this town. There's nothing wrong with that, but I am frightened.
Just be yourself, Cyrus. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna walk over and not too sure if I should stand at attention or offer a hand to shake or whatever. Just be like, Good afternoon. I'm Rowan. It's pleased to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. May I come in?
Certainly.
Everyone's just kind of like standing in the entryway here. Yeah.
For V, who's sitting still.
Yeah. And so I think we just go to the sitting room that V is in, right? And she picks one of the chairs there and sits down, flanked by two very heavily armed and armored guards on both sides here. And says, well, seems that we have a bit of discussion to have here.
Pertaining to what specifically?
She points to Captain Zodge. Captain Zodge's report made it to my desk this morning. And he's like, he shrugs. I didn't even know she was here. Right, and that's kind of the point. So, Uldo Ravengard is dead. Elturel has been dragged to the Nine Hells, as we have been somewhat figuring out here. But I do hope that he is actually still alive. There are reports that people from Elturel have been pulled to the Nine Hells, but have not been killed. They're still there. Also, this report of the box, the shield, something about going to Candlekeep. And I think at this point, Fallister Fisk is like kind of in the corner. He's like, yes, I had advised them that we should all go to Candlekeep to figure out the whole thing about the shield. And, well, the box was why I was here in the first place. And she's like, your name wasn't anywhere in the report. Fallister Fisk? I believe. I don't think you would know me.
I didn't say his name, but I did say that there was a second prisoner that we saved. It's him. Ta-da!
Ta-da! I am an associate, a friend of Silvira Savicus, a sage. She's a good friend of mine. She was monitoring all of the devil activity here in Baldur's Gate, and she was convinced about the whole Stavius Krieg and Archdevil and bargains, and apparently the contract is probably in the box that you mentioned. She nods. Right, so the most knowledgeable person in this situation is likely your friend Silvira Savicus. And she looks to the party at this point. You've already done work for the Flaming Fist, but I have a much larger request for you.
We're listening.
Go to Candlekeep. Figure out if you can open the box, the mysteries therein, and then if you can, save the damned souls of Elturel.
That seems like a tall order.
She looks around. She looks around like to the Flaming Fist guard. She's like, and I know damn well that none of these men can handle that.
Are you telling us to go to hell? Or one of the
In a much kinder way than I tell Captain Zodge, yes.
Oh.
So plan then, take the box to Candlekeep, open the box, but if there's a curse in the box, won't it kill us? I don't know anything about these sorts of things.
The hope would be, and she looks over at Fallister Fisk, that Silvira is quite powerful in her magic and would be able to prevent any terrible happenings. And he nods vigorously at this. She is the best, the absolute best.
Okay. All right. We are currently party member down though, so we're going to need a bit of time to get that sorted, and then we can go, I guess. Are we getting paid for this? Who's covering it?
She looks and she's like, we can pay.
Okay. Because I'm all for doing things out of the goodness of my heart, but we need to survive and get to hell and then bring the souls back.
She gestures to some of the men in the plate armor that were behind her. Expecting a bit of pragmatism from at least one of you here. Yes. So you will be rewarded with what you have done here to handle the dead three. And Captain Zodge, you've done well to have randomly chosen this group of individuals to handle that, apparently. How much was that supposed to be? And Saj just, he goes and looks at how much his is supposed to be. 200 gold pieces. Each.
Oh.
That's nice.
200 gold pieces each. Good. She gestures to the other bags. If you accept, it's doubled.
We're kind of in this for the long haul, aren't we now? I just say to everyone.
I mean, I've been honest. The gold really isn't the primary motivator for me. I'm happy to do it with or without it. It seems important.
She smiles at you and says, well, I'll hold it then.
We can use it, thank you.
It does help grease the wheels somewhat.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Good.
Money is not the be-all and end-all for us. We want to save the city, and if we can save those souls in Elturel, then we will do that.
That's what I like to hear. My biggest hope is, well, that Older Raven Guard is still there. Without him, I become the de facto leader of the Flaming Fist, and, well, I really much rather be back in Cholt. Much more tropical climate than here. So, do me this little favor, accept the money, handle what you need to handle, and figure out what's in that box, and save as many people as you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, she gets up. Bags of money are just left on the, coffee table of the sitting room now. Fantastic. Zoj, I believe that is our cue to leave, and you and I have much more to discuss. This refugee situation is becoming absolutely out of control. She looks back over her shoulder. Send a message to the Basilisk Gate when you're ready to leave, and we will ensure that there is a contingent there to allow you out.
Thank you.
Right, so.
And they leave.
V gives a sigh of relief. She didn't say a single thing during that whole thing.
About the
She's
person just in a cloak, just
yeah,
sitting.
she's just trying to not be noticed.
So,
Right.
we're loaded.
Quite rich. Let's go shopping.
Shopping episode, anyone?
I feel like we should probably do that off screen and just recap a
should probably
shopping
go
episode.
and go buy some new armor and stuff. I don't know.
I need to send some of this to my family. They could double or triple the size of their farm. Get a couple more families that we know. We're the Lumieres. Maybe we'll get the Nixes.
It's 200, right?
You each receive 400 gold pieces.
400.
Nice.
That's yeah. Not that I'm not appreciative, but we almost got that with just the Vandenberg house.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus other things.
But
They don't know.
here, this is the difference between them paying ostensibly some soldiers that work for them, right? What would be an exorbitant amount of gold for soldiers for hire, and you robbing the Duke of the city.
One of these things is
Yeah, one of these things is a little.
So I still got the tiara and then the other.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff.
You thieves.
There's gems and things. Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
Nice.
After they leave, I think about an hour passes, and 6 workers from the House of Wonders, 6 of these clerics, show up at the house with a mobile forge, an anvil, plenty of metal. As your friend Sadama returns. I went and enlisted a little bit of help for this one. There's a lot of work to
making
be
an
done.
army?
Sadama, you sure these people are meant to be trusted?
He nods. They know. It's all right. These are some of my own apprentices, and I would trust them with anything. And he looks around at and you note that they're rather young. I would trust them. Now they might be a bit in awe, maybe gape and poke and prod a little bit. But they really are here to just learn and assist me. If it makes you more comfortable, we can have them, stay out of the room. I will do all the primary work.
I think it should be fine. She's gonna look at the other rest of them, and she's gonna take off the cloak from it, and she said, I would stand and greet you, but
yeah, we know now it's just shattered below the waist there, and they look all bright or all wide-eyed and mouths open, and that's enough out of all of you. Go heat up the forge, we'll put it out back. And he sets down, he moves. Did you guys move the bags of money? I'm assuming ostensibly the last hour they've been moved somewhere. On the same coffee table, he lays this bundle down. And it's just bar upon bar of just this fine steel that is just laying there. It's I may have bought out most of the blacksmiths in the upper city this morning.
Was it enough to cover the cost, or do I owe you anything?
Plenty more. And there's more than this. And he lays down this satchel, and you note inside there's just all this fine copper wiring. There's just all of it is shiny and brand new. It's it was very expensive, though, with us all being in the lockdown here inside the city, but it was plenty, and I called in a couple more favors as well. We will get you back up and moving.
Thank you.
And yeah, they will go to work literally the rest of the day to make this happen, because it's going to take a while.
This is my Mark II body.
Yeah. This is exactly
Nice.
Yeah, whatever. Here's the thing. Whatever you want it to look like, this is Mark II.
Yeah, we're gonna make it look cool. We're probably gonna lose some of the etching. Obviously, it's been kind of ripped. There's only probably the etching on the front side of her head, and then her shoulder with the ones that her dad does is still pretty good. But
Torso down.
Torso down completely is having to redo. The legs need to be redone. So it's all gonna be in there. Work. Maybe it looks more like a heavy suit of armor, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah, so I guess. Oh gosh, roll 20. Why? It just asked me to sign in to see your character sheet. I guess my roll 20 is busted. Yeah, they'll take the rest of the day to do this. Is there anything shopping wise you can do that off screen if you want to? And so maybe we would just say that you guys spend the rest of the day essentially preparing, right, to get on the road to do all of this stuff, and saying goodbye to the Fitzwilliam household as you're about to take a bit of a trip that may or may not, audience at home, lead them into Avernus, because we're just taking it one step at a time, right? One elevator stop at a time on the way down. Is there anything that you would like to accomplish?
What's happened with Clem? Are we going to bury him, or
What would you like to do? It may not be legal to bury him in the garden, but you still could.
I mean, we have clericy priesty guys in here, right? We could just be hey, could you bless this burial site for our friend? I don't know. I would ask. I'd just be Sadama, I know you're very busy, but regarding the less fortunate victim of the egg explosion,
Yes.
would we be able to bury him without getting arrested for it?
Oh, it depends on where you're trying to bury the poor man.
I was just thinking the garden. His family was pretty rotten, and I
Well, if he can't be returned to his family, I It's looking around. He's probably out at the forge. You're talking to him now as you hear the clinging of metal in the back. And he's looks at the yard. Seems like a nice enough place. I know there are some tenants and things that would say that he should be returned to a temple of some kind and be taken to one of the cemeteries in the city, but I'm not going to report you.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some help and try and find a sneaky place in the garden that we can.
Yeah, Hugo has so many shovels because apparently during his thieving times, he was also a grave robber at one point, right? Absolutely, now canon.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, sounds like him.
Sweet.
He's not here to defend himself. Anyways, yeah, so there's plenty of shovels of all shapes and sizes.
Right.
Dig up all my flower beds, by the way. I don't care for them at all. The roses, the chrysanthemums, the tulips as well. Get rid of them all.
I will try and be respectful to the flower beds that are there already and give Clem a nice little patch in the garden where it's pretty and stuff. if
I've
possible.
worked with plants as a youth,
As a
so
You
I
will come
I
and help
know
me.
I know how to essentially like box the plants out
Sure.
so that I preserve the roots a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I'm just like lifting them as like kind of sheets
Sure.
being held by the roots. That's a contribution I can make because I just like have not touched the Clem situation at all.
At least you remember his name.
Oh yeah, Man Cervantes, of course.
Man Cervantes.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, and so while V is being fixed, everyone is doing the last burial and rites of Clem before leaving the city. Yeah, absolutely. Any last things before leaving Baldur's Gate?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the city's not going to sink, right? We
As
stopped
far
that?
as you know,
Okay.
you have solved that problem.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Fabius Krieg is dead. Duke Thalamra is dead. And from what you know, and that whole cult situation is figured out,
Okay.
that's what was required.
Sweet.
Beyond
Then-
which, you're not sure.
Who has the box?
That
Is
would
Sarah
be me.
still holding it? Okay.
Paris.
All right.
I'm the man with the box.
I figured because I'm gonna be being worked on all day, essentially, I'm not gonna have enough time to see Lady Hoon, but can I at least take the shield with me
To
to
Candlekeep?
Candlekeep? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And have you like touched it at all?
Not since I woke up again. I feel like I've been being worked on, and maybe
It's just kind of like sitting covered in a corner somewhere.
yeah, exactly. Maybe probably the next morning when we're all getting everything
Sure.
ready.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll touch it.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else before you guys head to the Basilisk Gate?
Well, I would just check. So for whatever shopping things we do, I assume this is what we're doing this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
So-
So the thing is, I know you might want to like sit and think about the stuff that you would have gotten. And if that takes in between a session, that's totally fine. We'll just say that you have those things in the next session, whatever you want to send me.
in the beginning.
Right. But like you just say, oh yes, we went shopping, we did the thing. We'll handle the whatever the amounts of those things were later.
Sure.
So what I would ask is once all the shopping is done and we've returned to the house, if V is fixed and repaired and the apprentices are sort of packing up, I would ask if everyone would like to go to the tavern where I know Breeze is, and I would offer to see if I can do a bit of a performance and have a few drinks and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I would also invite Sadama and all his apprentices as well, if they're old enough to.
Yeah.
If they were old enough to
The
drink.
little
so they were-
interns.
Are they allowed to drink?
I think that would be the thing. It's just like Saddam would be like, "Yeah, well, I
Perhaps a ginger ale, maybe."
suppose that we could attend for some musical performances. Yeah, so of course, and V, it would be late-ish, right? It's going to be evening, if not night, by the time that you are done. But with the extra hands, it definitely goes much faster in the repairing of you, and you are fully functional.
Thank you so much for all your help. It's nice to not see through myself anymore. I look amazing. Thank you.
Gives you a nod, and the apprentices in the back are all smile. They're like beaming that you're appreciative of their work here. And it's like, yes, they did it quite well. I suppose I will have to consider some of them for their masterwork pieces here rather soon. And they kind of get a little bit excited about performing the last piece they would need to become one of the the leaders in the House of Wonders, right? Full on clerics. Yeah. So the bar. Do you remember the name of the bar? Because I don't.
No, it was I don't know, something elvish maybe.
Something elvish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spindly Ivy or something.
Oh, the one where you went. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like one that was right around the house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very close
Is it
by.
the ladies' hall? Is that it?
The ladies' hall.
No, circles.
That sounds like a different kind of establishment.
The ladies' hall is Timora's. That's a temple.
Wait, no, Timora is the
Foxhole
purple
sounds
thing.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, then it is the ladies' hall. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh.
There it is. I
Neat.
guess so.
Nice.
Wow. I couldn't remember. It's been so long since we've done anything
Mr. Recap
fun.
over there knows.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sure. You
going
go
drinking?
there, and I guess
yeah.
you're going drinking. Yeah. You show up, and there's quite a lot of you now. Some of you, your companions in rather religious clothing, but they're greeted all the same. And you are all, seated at a rather large table. Ask for drink orders and food orders and otherwise, and bring you ales and wines and whatever you feel like your heart desires.
Do you have any chicken fingers? I say to a random barkeep.
Yeah, the barkeep says, I don't believe that chickens have fingers.
No,
They have feet.
No, I don't want the feet. I just want the meat.
We've
but
got
you can,
chicken feet pickled.
Have you got nuggets?
I believe that's what they poop out on the ground. I'm
Oh.
not rightly sure that we should serve that in
Okay,
any...
what food do you have here? Let's just go with that.
We've got roast pig and
Okay.
stale bread, because it's been quite hard getting food into things inside the city recently. And there's the stew that's on the fire.
What's in it?
Things.
Oh, like chicken feet and nuggets.
No, because I still think that might violate some health codes if we were to put chicken nuggets into anything. Who knows what's inside that?
Okay, I'll take some of the pork. If you can cut it into little finger-sized nibbles and then just spread them out so everyone can have something to eat so they don't fall over and get drunk and things.
She's moving past it. Cut it up. Finger-sized nibbles.
Just bring it to me and I'll do it.
Yeah, they absolutely go. They
I
move
get
off.
snacks for her.
Yeah. Turns out getting snacks difficult for some reason at this bar. I don't know why. Yeah, absolutely, and they would do that. Yeah. Anyone want to do anything in particular at the bar?
I think I'm just kind of looking in my beer and just recapping everything that's been going on. My ale.
I was wanting to go up and offer my services to the tavern keep to see if I can perform.
Sure.
For the tavern.
Yeah, after they put the order in for the food and things like that and are pouring out more beers at the bar, you approach them and, how can I help you?
Well, I was wondering if I could help you. I don't know if you have any entertainment booked for the evening. I'm a bard, a bit freshly started, I guess, and I was wondering if I don't expect payment or fee or anything like that, but if I could try and entertain the tavern for a little while.
Show me a little something. I want to make sure you aren't terrible before I have you up there.
There once was a man from Baldur's Gate. He had an egg and it blew up his plate.
I haven't heard that song before. That's a...
Oh, it's smashing.
Yeah, well, all right then. Did you play anything, or were you just singing?
I guess just I've tootled on my flute a little bit.
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah. He goes, all right, hey, well, get on up there. There's a little raised platform next to the fireplace. It's not large, right? It's not the biggest tavern ever, but there's a little spot.
I'm gonna nudge people and be like, "Oh, look, he's gonna do the thing." I don't think I've actually heard him play anything.
So I guess I would walk up and say, "Good evening, everyone. You don't know me. I'm from Baldur's Gate. Hey. My name is Francis. I'm from the upper city, and I would like to try and entertain you all for the evening, if you'll allow me. So I guess I would just start off with, I don't know, a Baldur's Gate classic, like whatever the like We Will Rock You equivalent is, something everyone can sing along to, or something
And
like that.
it's we will stab you is the Baldur's Gate
course.
equivalent.
Or rob you.
Or rob you. But it goes
Yeah.
through each individual thing about which crime is being performed in subsequence. And then it also goes on to how the city guard will also stab you and rob you. And then everyone's very excited about the whole thing. So, yeah, it's a really uproarious time. Good job.
Thanks. So yeah, I would just, I don't know, go through a few different. The only thing I was wanting to ask is, I do have the enthralling performance.
Would you like to use that?
feature. Yeah, but I don't actually want to be malicious and try and actually charm anyone.
Sure.
Just, use it to dazzle the crowd and make them.
The charm
Like me.
charm is a delicate term here. We'd be like they would be charmed by your music, right?
Yeah.
Like that's it. Yeah. So go ahead and post enthralling performance. I want to see
Okay.
how we make that work.
Wait, hold on. That's Hugo sheet. I was about to throw a side blade at people.
Oh God, no! we will stab you has gotten really physical recently.
Yeah. There's a lot of text in it, but it's just basically the first 2 sentences. The rest is
Inspire
all about-
wonder in
yeah.
your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing. Another performance. Choose a number of humanoids who listen to it, and they can be charmed. But yes, you dazzle the crowd, right?
Yes.
Nice.
With the chance to charm some if you found anyone that you wanted to charm. Yeah. While charmed this way, the target idolizes you, speaks glowingly of you. Wow.
Oh, please target someone at the table.
All right. I'll target Hugo just for the fun
Yeah.
of it. to
Oh
see what-
God. Poor Hugo.
Oh, can Hugo even say something nice? Oh dear.
He's gonna have to. So a wisdom
There's a
saving
wisdom
throw.
save,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh dear.
An 8.
An 8.
And
Wow.
then what's the DC? Is it
Your
my
spell save.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, it's
so-
13, so he
Yeah.
he failed.
He fails. Hugo is now enthralled with you and will speak glowingly of you to anyone that will hear it.
As I perform, Hugo like stands up and claps. Francis is the absolute best bard I've ever seen and my truest friend of all. He is a saint. I will defend his honor with my life.
Remember, players, this is what happens when you don't show up.
Well, Hugo
Well, he's
is
rarely getting into it.
really
isn't
good.
he? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, wow.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Oh,
all right.
that's very nice of you to say.
They seem like best of friends.
But yeah, that's all I got. Just to
Yeah.
spread a little joy. I
Excellent.
guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyone want to do anything else at the bar? Or would just have a good time. And
Have a good time. Are there darts or an equivalent?
there's always dice in Baldur's
Dice.
Gate. Dice
I would like
games.
to go play dice with someone and get a little tipsy and
and play
lose
dice.
some money.
And
Yes.
lose
she's gonna
some
gamble
money.
away all of her.
Well, I was really good at the
Pages.
dice game that when
Yeah,
we
you
first came,
were.
right?
Yeah.
We learned it.
Baldur's Bones is the dice game. Yeah. So that everyone plays Baldur's Bones, which is for everyone at home. It's really just blackjack, but with dice.
I
So
was good at it.
yeah. Yeah, and you can go play
Why not?
dice. Do you want to play dice, or did you just want to say your character plays dice?
I want to go play someone. Give me someone to play,
Okay,
Joel.
okay. We can do that. We can do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Where's my
Baldur's-
beverage?
Baldur's Bones.
I got a big beverage.
Got a
I've
big
had a shit
beverage.
few days,
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm
been
going
a
to play.
long couple of days.
I'm gonna just sit at someone random's table. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gosh, do I remember how to do this? Baldur's Bones.
You
So
roll a d20, right?
no, it's
Oh.
D6s.
E6.
Sixes.
Each player requires several six-sided dice. You put the agreed on ante in the pot. This is a nice upper city bar, right? So the ante in here is it's going to be a silver piece, which is, it's pretty good. I know you're all
Yep, it's
very
pretty good.
rich now, so that doesn't really matter. Each player rolls 3 dice Play proceeds clockwise around the table, with the host of the game going last, and on their turn, the player can choose to stand or roll. And basically, if you roll up above a 21, it's bust and you're out of the game, but you try to get as close to 21 as possible, starting with 3 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that again. / roll 3.
Yeah, or
D6.
you can utilize the die roller on the left-hand side. That's
Oh yeah, that exists.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, there's a couple of other people at the table as well that are playing here. So yeah, Rowan, you would want to go first.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Can I use your dice? I don't have mine anymore.
The gruff
gonna
dwarven
reach on the
gentleman.
table.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thank you. All right. V, blow on these for good luck. Wait, can you blow? You can do steam. Steam them for good luck.
There's like her finger just shoots
Yes.
out a little like steam, and you see all the interns just like look over.
Yeah, the interns.
All right. Ready? She lets them rip.
Yeah. 9.
Hey, blades.
So I keep rolling, right?
So you roll additional d6s
Okay.
up
One,
to
I roll
21.
4d6.
You can either
Oh.
hit or stand. So just
Oh,
one
I'm
more
gonna hit.
d6.
Yeah, so you roll another d6,
Just one.
Keep going.
and you're like,
What's that?
look, that's a 12.
12. We can go more. Let's do one.
We can go more.
One more. Let's go. All right. Oh, well, it's only a 1.
13.
I didn't get much higher. Let's get, what am I aiming for? Get 21?
It's
21.
21. It's 21. It's 21,
Okay.
lady.
So what am I? 9, 10, 30. Okay, so I need 7? 7. No, that's not a 7. That's a 4. 17? What do you think, V? Should I go one more?
I
Why
mean,
not have some
technically
fun?
speaking, you have a 66% chance of
Yes.
not going over, but you do have a 33% chance of going over.
Rowan's
math here?
drunk.
What?
Okay.
Why not give this to what?
Cyrus is not there to
I
give
know.
the math.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 18. So I have to roll a 3. What was it? Okay, roll it. No!
Busted.
The greed, the utter greed.
Can V try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
V, you gotta redeem us, please.
All right, I will. Okay,
11.
11. Okay. 15.
Ooh.
16. 19.
19. I will stand.
That's very
And so
close.
play continues around the table here. 12, 15, 19. And then another
I
guy.
beat mine though.
11,
11, 13,
13, 15,
18.
18, right? Oh, yeah, okay. And then
Oh,
22. So
over.
he busts, and
22.
then the dealer,
Yes.
who you have to beat, 12, 15, 20.
Oh, that
So-
was
so they take the pot.
Taylor,
close.
so good.
You just
Alright.
took all of my money. That is all I had in the world.
You only have one silver piece.
If I told you yes, would you believe me?
He looks up at you, and you notice like he's got a really red dwarf nose right now, and he's a little flushed in the cheeks that you can see beyond the beard. There's, yeah, I think so.
Well, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. And that is the lesson I'm going to leave you as I go return to my companions. Goodbye.
Take Rowan away. Just...
Very thoughtfully stroking his dwarf beard. Don't always believe what you hear.
I impart knowledge. Woo, it's super effective.
Yeah, he's very drunk too.
I'm gonna go and find a nice cozy thing and go have a nap with everyone around me, hopefully,
Yeah,
making
at
sure
the
I don't
table.
get stabbed.
Yeah, it's fine. You're at the table.
I'm a sleepy drunk.
Yeah. Francis, your set goes fantastically. You play for
Nice.
quite some time.
Nice.
What do you? Anything else you want to do while you're up there and you have the floor, the podium?
No, I guess once I'd kind of reached a natural end, I would say thank you all for having me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. One more thing, the next round's on me.
Oh, then everyone's,
I will go to the bar, and I mean, how much would that be,
a
Joel?
round of ale is like 1 gold piece. Will cover more than plenty for everyone.
All right.
It's like 5 copper pieces for like some ale. Like it's not horribly expensive. It will
there we
be
go.
soon because they're going to run out, but you know. Yeah, excellent. Cyrus, while you're at the bar, what do you do?
Dude, Cyrus has just kind of been chilling, thinking to himself about the fact that he's about to go literally to the hells.
Potentially. You don't, maybe not.
Regardless, Cyrus is like kind of just like going over his life and the fact that, he was born on a farm up near like the Misty Woods. And he came down to the city essentially to, get a little bit of money, get help the world on a more grand scale. And after fighting a bunch of really dirty cultists in a city that seems very mean, he might have to go where freaking devils are, and that is very scary for him. I mean, like he's lived in like a very small community. I mean, I guess technically it's a large community because of how spread out everyone is. But, he knows of a really relatively small number of people compared to the sheer amount of people he's met in the past week. And he's not going to necessarily be dealing with just people anymore. Also, he has no idea what Candlekeep is like.
Nope.
He's just heard the dude talk about all of the wonders of it. I'm just like, I don't know what this is. So he definitely has just like been trying to process the things that have been happening in the past week or so. With the help of some ale.
With the help of some ale. And that, getting thoughtful with ale definitely works. Yeah. Perfect. I love it very, very much. The night passes. You're able to eventually, whenever you would like, leave, return home. The apprentices are sloshed.
Yeah.
Absolutely sloshed. And Sadama even is like,
Harvey, I was right wonder working on you. I really hope that you have safe travels. I won't be around to fix you all up. I mean, you go to fancy Candlekeep and you won't ever want to come back to our House of Wonders again.
Oh, Sadama, that's not true. You are a true friend, and that help me so much. I will love to continue to rely on you if you'll have me.
Well, if you ever make it back to humble Baldur's Gate, I'd love to see you again.
I do have one last request, if it's not too much to ask.
What is it?
V's gonna it has a letter, and in the letter it has it's a sealed with like some wax sealing, and it says Lady Thune on the front, and she's gonna give it to him. Would you bring this to Lady Thune, deliver it for me while I'm gone? I need her to read this.
Yes, of course, I could do that. Should I be expecting a reply of some kind?
No, I'll see her when she's back.
Right, okay. Yes, it's a very, very important job for all.
Sadama, and he like perks up a little bit that like he has something to do that's like involved with like whatever you guys are doing, because it's, he's an old guy and he's just been tinkering around his whole life, and now he's been part of something much larger, and he's been so about it. Yeah, he's stoked about it. He will definitely help.
Joel, you can't kill any more NPCs, okay? I love them too much. Not allowed.
There is the egg that Justin sold. Maybe.
Yeah.
It goes to that pawn shop.
Yeah, he's gonna go to there. And it's like,
I wonder what
myself
things
a
I
trinket.
can tinker with. Oh, look at this golden egg. It's incredible.
Please don't.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remind me quick, my brain is hitting a wall. Who's Lady Thune again?
One of the people that was rescued in the
Oh,
dungeon.
right.
So there was
lady
the two.
I don't like.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lady
Ballister
I-
Fisk, which is going to take you to Candlekeep, right, to meet
Right.
his the person he works for. And then there was the other woman there.
Satyr Theon Hugh?
Yeah,
That one.
Huna.
Hoon.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, Hoon or Hune or it doesn't matter. That's right there.
Gotcha.
Wonderfully
He is-
complicated because nobility.
Yes.
Yeah, and she owes V a favor.
A favor for being delivered home safely.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah. That's great. Anything else at the bar before making the way home?
Well, I had an idea for a closing image for you, Joel.
Sure.
If you'll allow me.
Absolutely.
So as everyone's sort of stumbling out of the bar, Hugo at like the far end of the group has his like arm around one of the apprentices who's just completely drunk, and he's saying to the apprentice, "So you see, the thing about being a lawyer, a thief, and an adventurer is it's important to strike a fine work-life balance. You see, there was an ancient tale of a fellow called the Daredevil who led a similar life to what I do, and I aspire to be him. You could say I've ripped my entire story off of him."
Oh yeah, I forgot he's a lawyer.
My God.
I totally forgot Daredevil was a lawyer, dude.
Yeah, and the apprentice is just, I mean, he can't get away. What is he gonna do? Is he just sitting here listening to this? Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, and I think it's great. And we end on everyone stumbling out of the bar, because you know what? You don't need any more terrible things to happen to you on this episode. We can end on a somewhat high note. Maybe the last drink is drunk in remembrance of Klim, and the next episode we'll head out to Candlekeep.
Nice.
And Descent into Avernus will continue. So thanks for being here today. Thank you all for playing. You're all wonderful. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.